First contact and unexpected alliance. The void between stars held secrets humanity was only beginning to unravel. Captain Maya Chen stood on the observation deck of the exploration vessel Odyssey, watching as the swirling gases of the nebula parted to reveal a planet shimmering with bioluminescent life. After 3 months in deep space, the crew had finally found something truly remarkable. Readings confirm an oxygen-nitrogen atmosphere with trace elements we haven't cataloged before, Science Officer Rajiv Kumar reported, his eyes never leaving his console. And Captain, there are definite signs of advanced civilization. Maya nodded, her heart racing. Humanity had encountered 6 alien species since achieving faster-than-light travel 15 years ago, but all had been either pre-industrial or nomadic. This would be their first contact with a technologically advanced civilization. Receiving an unusual energy signature, Captain, Communications Officer Elena Sokolov called out. Wait, that can't be right. Maya moved to Elena's station. What is it? Weapons fire. Massive energy discharges in the planet's upper atmosphere. The main view screen shifted to show a tactical display. Multiple spacecraft, none of Earth design, engaged in what could only be described as a battle. Smaller, delicate vessels with organic curves flowed from larger, angular ships bristling with weapon emplacements. The smaller ships appear to be from the planet's surface, Tactical Officer James Wong reported. The larger vessels, unknown origin. Maya's orders from Earth Space Command had been explicit. Observe but do not engage with unknown species without authorization. First contact protocols demanded caution. Intervention in alien conflicts was absolutely forbidden. But as they watched, one of the smaller vessels, clearly damaged, tumbled toward the Odyssey. They're hailing us, Elena said, surprise evident in her voice. On screen, Maya ordered. The view screen flickered to life, revealing a humanoid being with iridescent skin that pulsed with light patterns. Its eyes, 3 of them, blinked independently. Please, the being spoke in a melodic voice, the ship's translation matrix working perfectly. Help us. The Kreven Dominion will destroy us all. We are not warriors. Maya hesitated for only a moment before her decision crystallized. Battle stations. Prepare to receive the damaged vessel. Mr. Wong, position us between the attackers and the planet. Her crew stared at her in shock. Captain, her first officer, Commander David Park, spoke quietly. Our orders. I know our orders, Commander. Maya's voice was steel. But I didn't join Space Command to watch genocides happen. If Earth wants to court-martial me later, they're welcome to try. The Odyssey moved into position, its shields, designed for cosmic radiation and micrometeorites, reconfigured to potentially absorb weapons fire. Maya knew they were outgunned, but hoped the presence of an unknown ship might give the attackers pause. It did not. The first blast from the lead Kreven vessel rocked the Odyssey, alarms blaring across the bridge. Shields at 60%, Wong called out. Return fire, Maya ordered. Target their weapons systems only. The Odyssey's defensive armaments had never been intended for ship-to-ship combat, but Earth engineers had always built with contingencies in mind. Concentrated pulse beams struck the Kreven vessel, temporarily disrupting its weapons array. The alien vessel is aboard, Elena reported. Medical teams responding. The Kreven ships adjusted their formation, clearly reassessing this new threat. They're hailing us, Elena said. A harsh, reptilian face filled the screen. Scales shifted across its features as it spoke. Unidentified vessel. You interfere in matters that do not concern you. The Luminars are our rightful conquest. Withdraw or be destroyed. Maya stood firm. This is Captain Maya Chen of the Earth vessel Odyssey. We do not recognize your claim to this planet or its people. Cease your attack immediately. The Kreven commander's eyes narrowed. Earth, we have not encountered your kind before. Remember this day. You have made an enemy of the Kreven Dominion. The transmission cut, and the Kreven vessels retreated, jumping to FTL speeds with a flash of distorted space. "They're gone," Wong confirmed, disbelief in his voice. "But I don't think it was our persuasive diplomacy, Captain." "No," Maya agreed. "They're regrouping. We've just bought some time." The Luminar representative, who introduced himself as Elorian, explained their situation. The Luminars were a peaceful, technologically advanced civilization who had never developed weapons technology. Their focus had been on harmonizing with their environment, developing remarkable biotechnology, and exploring the mysteries of quantum reality. The Krevan Dominion, an expansionist empire from a distant sector, had discovered them 6 months ago and demanded access to their technology. When refused, they began systematic attacks. "Your intervention saved thousands of lives today," Elorian said, his skin pulsing with patterns that the translator identified as gratitude. "But the Krevans will return with more ships." "Then we better prepare," Maya replied. "And I need to contact Earth." The communication with Earth Space Command went exactly as Maya had expected. Admiral Hiroshi Tanaka's face was a mask of controlled fury. "Captain Chen, you have violated the most fundamental directive of deep space exploration. We do not interfere in alien conflicts." "With respect, Admiral, it wasn't a conflict. It was an extermination," Maya countered. "The Luminars have no weapons, no defenses. They were being slaughtered. That is not for you to decide." Tanaka's voice rose, then he visibly composed himself. "You are ordered to withdraw immediately and return to Earth for disciplinary action." Maya took a deep breath. "Sir, if we leave, the Luminars face extinction. Moreover, we've now antagonized this Krevan Dominion. Wouldn't it be better to understand what we're dealing with?" A new voice entered the conversation as the Earth Security Council chair, Amara Okafor, joined the transmission. "Captain Chen's point is valid, Admiral. While her actions were unauthorized, they now cannot be undone. The diplomatic situation has changed. After hours of debate, a compromise was reached. The Odyssey would remain in orbit around Luminar, ostensibly to study this new civilization. 2 additional Earth vessels would be dispatched to provide support and gather intelligence on the Krevan threat. Meanwhile, Maya would facilitate first contact protocols and learn what she could from the Luminars. What they discovered astonished them. The Luminars possessed technology that defied Earth's understanding of physics. Their bio-integrated systems worked in harmony with their environment, drawing energy from quantum fluctuations without waste or pollution. Most remarkably, they had developed a form of symbiotic technology that could interface directly with organic nervous systems. "We can share this knowledge," Elorian explained, showing Maya their central scientific archive. "Our philosophy embraces connection. What benefits one, benefits all." In the weeks that followed, as the additional Earth ships arrived, human and Luminar scientists worked together. The symbiotic interfaces allowed humans to enhance their own technology exponentially. Earth's defensive systems, originally designed only to deflect space debris, were reconfigured into genuine defensive shields. Communication systems became instantaneous across vast distances. Power generation became virtually limitless. "This changes everything," Dr. Sofia Rodriguez, the Odyssey's chief scientist, told Maya. "Their understanding of quantum fields could advance our technology by centuries in a matter of months." But the diplomatic situation continued to deteriorate. The Krevan Dominion sent envoys to Earth, bypassing the Odyssey entirely. Their message was simple: abandon the Luminars or face destruction. Earth's Security Council was divided. Half argued for withdrawal. Humanity was not ready for interstellar conflict. The other half recognized that the Krevan threat would not disappear even if they abandoned the Luminars. The technology transfer had already begun, and the Krevans clearly desired what both Earth and Luminar now shared. After tense deliberations, Earth made its decision. They would stand with the Luminars. Within days, the Krevan Dominion declared war on both civilizations. The battle for tomorrow. The first Kreven attack came not against Luminar, but against humanity's farthest outpost, New Darwin, a research station orbiting Proxima Centauri. The destruction was total. All 300 scientists and support staff were lost before any distress signal could be sent. The message was clear. The Krevens would not distinguish between military and civilian targets. Captain Maya Chen, now promoted to Commodore and commanding a small defense fleet above Luminar, received the news with grim resignation. "They're trying to intimidate us into withdrawal," she told her officers. "They don't understand human nature at all." Rather than cowing Earth into submission, the attack on New Darwin galvanized humanity's resolve. Military production was accelerated. The Luminar symbiotic technology was integrated into Earth's defensive systems at unprecedented speed. Even more surprisingly, 3 other spacefaring species, the Voltar Confederacy, the Ziloni Republic, and the nomadic Travati, approached Earth with offers of alliance. "The Krevens have been expanding for generations," explained Ambassador Korik of the Voltar, a stoic, silicon-based life form. "Many civilizations have fallen or been subjugated. We have maintained neutrality out of fear, but your stand with the Luminars has shown another path is possible." Thus was born the Galactic Defense Coalition, an alliance of 5 species united against Kreven aggression. Each brought unique capabilities: Earth's adaptability and military experience, Luminar's biotechnology, Voltar's metallurgy and manufacturing, Ziloni's unparalleled navigation systems, and Travati's knowledge of hundreds of star systems. 6 months after the declaration of war, intelligence indicated the Krevens were massing for a major assault on the Sol system itself. "Their target appears to be Mars Colony," reported Commander Park during a strategy session aboard the New Earth flagship Defiance. 87 Kreven warships are approaching from the Epsilon Eridani corridor. Maya studied the tactical display. "They expect us to concentrate our defenses around Earth. Mars is less protected but strategically vital for our resource production." Elorian, now the Luminar representative to the coalition, spoke up. "There is something we have not shared with your people yet, Commodore. Something our ancestors developed but sealed away due to its potential for destruction." All eyes turned to the Luminar. Our world was not always peaceful. In our distant past, we too developed weapons that manipulate the very fabric of space-time. We abandoned this research when we saw its devastating potential, but the knowledge remains in our deepest archives. Maya considered this carefully. What exactly can this technology do? It can create localized disruptions in space-time. Essentially, artificial gravity wells that can trap or destroy vessels caught within them. But the energy requirements are immense, and the effects unpredictable. It was a desperate option, but facing an overwhelming force, desperation was warranted. The coalition defense was arranged in 3 layers. The outer defense would consist of automated drones using Ziloni navigation systems. The middle layer would be conventional warships from Earth and Voltar. The inner defense, protecting Mars directly, would incorporate the experimental Luminar technology. As the Kreven fleet entered the outer Sol system, they encountered the drone network, thousands of small, unmanned vessels programmed with evasive patterns and equipped with limited weapons. The Krevens dispatched them efficiently, but were forced to expend time and resources. When they reached the middle defensive layer, the true battle began. Earth and Voltar vessels engaged in direct combat, their shields enhanced with Luminar biotechnology, allowing them to withstand the superior Kreven weaponry. The battle was fierce, with losses on both sides, but the coalition forces gradually gave ground in a fighting retreat, exactly as planned. "They're pursuing as expected," Wang reported from Tactical. "Approaching the inner defense perimeter in 3, 2, 1. Maya gave the order. "Activate the gravity wells." Across a predetermined pattern of space, specially modified satellites activated simultaneously. The fabric of space-time contorted visibly. Light bending around suddenly manifested distortions. Kreven vessels, unable to detect the anomalies until too late, were caught. Some were crushed by the immense gravitational forces, others torn apart as their hulls tried to exist in multiple spatial dimensions simultaneously. But the technology proved as unpredictable as Elorian had warned. Several coalition vessels were also caught in the effect. More concerning, the gravity wells began to amplify each other, creating a cascade effect that threatened to expand beyond control. "Shut it down," Maya ordered. "The control systems are not responding," Elorian reported, his skin flashing with alarm patterns. "The reaction is self-sustaining." In that moment, a Trivedi scout vessel piloted by Navigator Jen made an unexpected decision. Broadcasting a simple message, "For all our futures," the small ship accelerated directly into the center of the largest gravity well, detonating its experimental quantum core. The resulting explosion collapsed the cascading effect, stabilizing spacetime, but at the cost of the brave Trivedi's life. When the distortion cleared, over 60% of the Kreven fleet had been destroyed. The remainder, recognizing the devastating new weapon deployed against them, retreated from the Sol system. The Battle of Mars, as it came to be known, marked the turning point in the war. The Kreven Dominion, for the first time in its history, had suffered a decisive defeat. More significantly, news of the Coalition's victory spread throughout the galaxy, inspiring other subjugated species to resist. 2 years later, a peace treaty was signed aboard the Defiance. The Kreven Dominion agreed to halt all expansionist activities and withdraw from recently conquered territories. The Coalition would dismantle the space-time weapons, deemed too dangerous by all parties, but would maintain its alliance for mutual protection. As Maya watched the signing ceremony, Elorian approached her. "Your decision that day above our world changed the course of galactic history," the Luminar said. "Many believed humans were too aggressive, too unpredictable to join the greater galactic community. Now they see your passion as a strength, not a liability." Maya smiled. "We're still learning our place among the stars. But I think we've found our calling, not just explorers or diplomats, but protectors. When we see injustice, we cannot stand by." Guardians. Elorian's skin pulsed with a pattern the translator identified as profound respect. Guardians of the Void. In the years that followed, humanity's reputation spread across the galaxy. Where oppression threatened, Earth ships would appear. Where technological disparity created vulnerability, human ingenuity would find balance. The Coalition expanded to include a dozen more species, each bringing unique perspectives and abilities to the Alliance. And it had all begun with a single decision, when humanity took a stand not for themselves, but for a people they barely knew, changing the galaxy forever.